Well, hello, this is Dan Hollings, and I am here with Vetted Webinars. We have a series of webinars literally every week. We bring to you some of the best in experts and programs and software, things that will either help your existing business, or if you don't have an online business, you're trying to figure out how to make money online, then we will find the really good stuff to help you get going in business. So it's kind of like we kick the tires so that you don't have to. That's really what it is. And a part of what I'm doing is I'm going out and I'm testing stuff. I like to do this, so it's like really fun for me. I test things, I look at it, I know what I'm looking at because I've been around the block a little bit. And when we find the good stuff, then we talk to the person involved, either the creator or the owner or the trainer or the expert. We work out a great deal for you guys, and then we present it. And always is the case, the stuff that I present to you is guaranteed. Not every time do we try to sell something, but you know how it is with webinars. Often we're going to teach you a lot of stuff today, and if you want to dig in and go deeper, then there's often a program you can get involved with, or sometimes it's software or what have you. Well, what we want you to understand is that if you make the commitment with any program or any training or software, anything that's presented on any of the vetted webinars, that we're going to stand behind it. We're going to make sure that there is a guarantee in place. It's usually a 30-day guarantee. If it's not, we'll let you know. But there's always a guarantee there so that you can be sure that you can get in there and make sure that this is something that you're really interested in. So that's really what vetted webinars is all about. Now, you don't need to go there right now, but do make a note to stop by vettedwebinars.com. You see it on the screen right now. And the reason is because we have a free download which is called Watching for Wealth: How to Extract Gold from the Webinars That You Watch. I have put together tips and ideas and suggestions so that when you invest an hour or an hour and a half or whatever it might be watching a webinar, you may as well get the most out of it. It's amazing how much you can get out of webinars if you follow the system that's taught in this free download. So go there and download it. Just pop in your email address and you'll be able to get it downloaded. You know, you're not really getting on a list or anything because you're already on my list. That's just so that I know how I can send the download to you. So that's it. Let me talk a little bit about my very special guest and what we have tonight. It's a really interesting thing. I don't often promote what I would call a hack, all right? And I don't mean this in an insult in any way, but sometimes there are things that you can do where you can improve something that you already have, or you can do something that's going to work, and it might only work temporarily, maybe only for a year or two, or who knows. But during the time that it works, it can provide a tremendous advantage or a tremendous increase in revenue or something of that nature. Now, the reason I don't often promote these is just because of what I just said. They're often temporary. But the reality is who wouldn't mind having temporarily, you know, 5 times the income for the next year? And then maybe the thing doesn't work anymore after that. So in some cases, it is so worth it, and that is indeed what we're talking about here. So we're talking about something that has to do with e-commerce, and my special guest is going to, Greg, is going to show you something that will really help with your e-commerce. So I'm going to introduce you to him. You know, some people that see this actually think it's mind-blowing. When I saw it, it blew my mind as well. And, you know, this is something else I don't often say, but, you know, if there is such a thing as a program that will allow you to print money, that's what this is. So I'm going to shut up because, you know, I could ramble on and on. It's exciting. Greg has agreed to just lay it out on the table for you. And so you guys enjoy, and then I'll jump back in at the end and answer any questions that you may have. So it's all yours, Greg.
Wow, wow. Well, thank you very much for the very kind introduction, Dan, and thank you, everybody, for coming out here today. Can I just get a little confirmation from you, Dan, that you can hear me okay and you can see my screen okay, and also for everybody else on the call?
Yes, perfectly okay. All good.
Okay, great. So we're not going to go ahead and spend any more time getting started, and welcome everybody. I'm really glad to see everybody here today. So my name's Greg Jacobs, and I'm going to be giving myself, you know, a proper introduction in just a moment. But the name of the game today is what we like to call e-commerce. Now, e-commerce in itself, it can mean a lot of things. It can mean Amazon. It can mean being an Amazon consultant. It can mean doing something like Shopify or something, like rapid deployment funnels. It can mean a lot of things, okay? Now, before we go ahead and get started in the presentation, what I want to do is I just want to take a quick little survey of people in the audience and to kind of just let me know where you are on your e-commerce path, whether you haven't gotten started yet, or you're doing Amazon, or you're doing Shopify, or you're just kind of thinking about it. Just go ahead and type into the question box, where you are, so I can go ahead and kind of get an idea here. So we have some people that are on Amazon, pre-launch, somebody who's done a few Shopify stores, okay, Amazon consulting. One person's, haven't got it yet, but they're still trying. One person's trying to get there. One person's doing Amazon and Shopify, the FBA unsexy model. One person's doing a blog, e-com store. And then there's some people who are just getting started, okay? Now, all of you, depending on where you are in your e-commerce, I like to say path or journey, you have different advantages. Because some of you, if you're already doing e-commerce in some regards, you can actually leverage what you're doing already to kind of skip the line. And other ones of you where if you haven't done any e-commerce before, that's okay too. I work great with like empty tables. You show up, your table's cleared, I'm going to go ahead and make you dinner and serve it up on the table, okay? So what we're going to be talking about today is something very, very interesting. And like Dan said, it is a hack, it's a loophole, but it's not necessarily a loophole that I just kind of like woke up one day and discovered. This was like, we've surveyed the land and we saw there might be a gold mine here, and we went and dug out the gold mine, quite literally. This loophole has taken us, and this is why you need to pay attention very, very carefully. This loophole has taken us 1,345 man and woman hours to build out and get it to where it is today. We have, this loophole has had $3.41 million, actually that I have to update that figure, in ad spend. That means it's been battle tested, split tested, beaten, and refined. We have gone through this so many times. We've tested and refined every single aspect of this loophole to make sure it works and make sure that it's converting and working to the optimal amount as well, okay? And after all is said and done, this is taking home $4.78 million in profit after all ad and fulfillment costs. So this is working, and this is very, very interesting, okay? Okay, let's get to the sauce. The promise. How to 4x your results using RDSPF without an e-commerce store, okay? This is when people hear, when they hear that, their ears start to perk up, and they start to go ahead and think, wow, that's interesting. How do you do that and without an e-commerce course, without an e-commerce store? So the name of the game today, and this year for 2017, is RDSPF. Now, you may know what RDSPF means, you may not, but let me tell you, it means Rapid Deployment Single Product Funnels, and this is what's going to be totally on your mind for the rest of the year. What I want everybody to do, just kind of like so we're on the same page, to go ahead and type RDSPF into the question box. Rapid Deployment Single Product Funnels. You don't have to type that whole thing, that's too long, but just go ahead and type RDSPF into the question box. Because this is going to be a very important term, and it's very important that, we have our terminology. When I went to high school, I went to a Catholic school, and we would have theology debate as one of the classes. And before we could go ahead and do a theological debate, with our classmates, we would have to actually sit down and we'd have to agree on bases for certain terms so we could go ahead and understand each other. So if I said this concept and you thought this concept meant something else, then our debate would just go off into the sky. But once we're able to go ahead and define our terms, and these terms go ahead and we have an agreed upon definition of a terms, from there we could use that as a foundation to go ahead and increase our understanding and insights, okay? So we're going to be building out RDSPF, Rapid Deployment Single Product Funnels, with no tech. What's really cool about this is you don't actually have to have any technical experience. You do not need any spending cash to build out RDSPF. Well, okay, I lied. You need $20, okay? And I'll be talking about the $20 in a little bit, okay? So you do have to go ahead and commit the $20 per RDSPF. Then, and that's for testing, okay? Then people are putting up our DSPF, rapid deployment single product funnels, and they're literally making money within 3 hours. And it works whether you have an existing store or you're starting from complete scratch, okay? So I'm going to be getting into the details of how to go ahead and deploy these in a few minutes, but before we do that, I just wanted to go ahead and give you kind of an official introduction so we can get to know each other a little bit better. My name's Greg Jacobs. Hi, how you doing? That's me. I've been doing e-commerce since 2008. Since then, my students have earned over $40 million in profits. Right now, I own 3 Shopify stores. I have a WooCommerce store. I have 5 products on Amazon. But right now, I'm not pushing those things, meaning they're still up. I've given them to my staff. They're still doing all these things. But I'm not waking up in the morning thinking like, how can I, make more money from my product in Amazon, or tweaking the listing, or that kind of stuff. Or I'm not like waking up in the morning as like, I need to put a new, product on my Shopify store and test it. No, I'm not doing any of that. They're all in maintenance mode. I've went and hired staff. My staff goes and works on those. But when I wake up in the morning and I get excited about one thing: single product funnels, rapid deployment single product funnels. And I have 35 of them, which are active right now and earning for me. Now, the reason why I'm putting all of my energy into RDSPF, into rapid deployment single product funnels, and instead of going and maintaining my Amazon store or pushing my Shopify store, is because with the same amount of attention, energy, and effort, I'm making 2 to 4 times the take-home profit with RDSPF as I was with these other things. So it's like, it just makes sense. It's like I can wake up in the morning and I can, get excited about my Shopify store, and I can get excited about my Amazon store, and I might make like 10 units. I don't even know what a unit is. I just kind of made that up. But then I could wake up in the morning and get excited about my single product funnels, and I could make 25 units. And it's just it's like it's just energy in versus money out. So that's why I'm doing these things today. Okay. Now we're here, and the reason I think we could all agree that we're here today is because e-commerce is king. Okay. E-commerce right now in the state of the industry is what I like to call walk-up money. It's the industry, and if you asked me, back in 2011 what the walk-up money is, I would have told you to make an app. Okay, not right now. Make an app's not easy. Right now, somebody could show up. If somebody wanted to ask me, they're like, Greg, I just want to make money from, staying at home. I don't want to have a regular job. What do I do? I'm like, do e-commerce. Now, e-commerce comes in a lot of different flavors and variations, and they all work. They all work absolutely fine, but it's just a matter of hardest to easiest, okay? Now, I don't know if I told you guys or not, but it's obvious where I'm from originally, but I live in Thailand now. I've lived in Thailand for the past 15 years. I like living here. I live up in the north, in northern Thailand, called Chiang Mai. And life's good up here. I don't have an office. I don't have any staff on site. I have outsourcers. I don't wear shoes most day. I just go around in my shorts and my flip-flops. Okay, and that's the kind of lifestyle that I like. For some people that want to run e-commerce businesses, they can do things that are a lot harder. Meaning they could have an office. They can have staff. They can have detailed systems and processes and payroll and HR. And for people that want to do that kind of stuff, they could probably make more money than me. But my decisions are tempered by the lifestyle that I choose to live, which is I make pretty darn good money. But at the same time as making darn good money, I live life according to my own terms. So when I'm going to be talking about these different options for e-commerce and the different options that you're going to take, keep in mind I'm a little bit biased by the fact that I'm only looking to do what's easy. Okay, I want more money and less work. I mean, that's why we're here today, so we can make more money, less work, more money, less work, more money, less work. Okay. So when we're going ahead and embarking on our e-commerce journey, there's three pillars of foundation. There's where we source, meaning like where the actual products are coming from, like where they're being made. There's where we're distributing it, meaning where that product is being sold, and then there's us. We're in the middle. We're doing the arbitrage, and we're basically doing the arbitrage and the marketing between the source and the distribution and taking a very large market. Okay. Now, with e-commerce, sourcing, there's 3 different ways to source. One of them is if you make it yourself, but I'm not going to go there for now because that's few and far in between. There's wholesale, okay? Now, most of you that are doing Amazon are familiar with wholesale. The way that wholesale works is, let's say I decide that I want to sell spatulas. So, usually I'll go ahead and call or email the spatula factory in China, and I'd be like, ni hao, I'd like to go ahead and buy 1,000 spatulas. And they're like, okay, well, I'm going to DHL you your sample spatula, and I'll be like, oh, that's a good spatula. And then I'll go ahead and send them like a Western Union for $3,000, and then I'll get a big box of 1,000 spatulas, okay? Now, wholesale is great, but something just happened there. I just went and spent $3,000, and I didn't make any money. I just literally had to just like put $3,000 up front, okay? Now that's cool, but that's hard, okay? The second way that people go ahead and source stuff on e-commerce is something called print on demand. Now, is anybody here doing print on demand? For a better way to put it that you might be familiar with, it's like, selling T-shirts or selling custom apparel. It's like you could sell like a T-shirt saying, like, I love my poodle, that kind of thing. Has anybody here done T-shirt store or print on demand? Some people are saying trying, okay? I will tell you that I have a store that sells print on demand. It sells custom apparel. Now, in this store right now, I have 52 designs, okay? Meaning 52 times I went and did my niche research. I went and came up with the design. I, worked on that design with my designer. We modified it, then we went ahead and put it up on the store, and then I went and ran ads to that design. Pop quiz time. Out of those 52 designs that I've designed and I've ran traffic to, how many of those do you think are profitable? 52 designs. Okay, I'm seeing 5, 10, all 52. Oh, okay, so we have some people here that obviously have done print on demand before. Okay, so anybody that said 2, you know how hard the print on demand market is. Okay, and I probably got lucky with those 2. So the reality is yes, you can make a lot of money on print on demand. There's a lot of money to be made in that industry, but it's hard. It's really, really hard. It literally took me months of full-time work just to go ahead and find those 2 profitable ones. And keep in mind that like I'm like a quote-unquote professional. I have resources to spare. I have other income streams. I don't need to go ahead and work a day job. And it took me months to go do up those 52 designs and find those 2 winners. So print on demand, sure, it's lucrative. Anybody who tells you you can make a lot of money, believe them. You can make a lot of money on it, but it's hard. Now, I like to do things that are easy, okay? I like to do things that are more money and less work. And that's why I usually start with something called drop shipping, and then I go ahead and after I find a winner, then I go to wholesale, okay? Excuse me. The way that drop shipping works is drop shipping, you put something up on your website. It's like, I'm going to sell this necklace, and you're like, okay, sir, this necklace will cost you $20. And then they go to your website or your funnel, and they'll give you $20. You take that $20, you go to the drop shipping website, you place that order, and the drop shipping website goes and ships it directly to the consumer. You just spent $3 on that necklace, but you collected $20 for that necklace. So you have a profit margin of $17. And you never touched inventory once. You actually used their pictures. You never touched inventory once. Now, and obviously that's all automated as well, but I'm just kind of walking you through how the manual process works. Now, can you understand why this is so powerful and why we love doing drop shipping? Is because it is such a simple way for such, okay? Now, in terms of distribution, let's say we go ahead and have our product, we did wholesale, print on demand, or drop shipping. There's a few different ways to go ahead and distribute it, okay? There's Amazon FBA, and I put in parentheses there, really darn hard, really damn hard. Okay, let me go ahead and ask people on the call right now who have done Amazon FBA. go ahead and let me know how much did you spend, and I won't say your name, okay, because I don't want to, you know, I won't give anybody's information now. I'll just say your answer. How much money did you spend on your first batch of inventory, and how long did it take you from, you know, deciding you're going to do Amazon into making your first sale? Okay, just go ahead and type that into the question box. Okay, so I'm seeing somebody said a lot. Another person said $5,000. Another person said 4 months. One person said $1,000 in 12 months. Another person said 2 months. $350 in 3 weeks. Okay, $1,500 in 90 days to the first sale. 3 weeks to my first sale, and it's working now. $15. I don't know how you started on Amazon with $15. Maybe that's your secret. Okay. Spent $2,500 in getting started with sales in the first 2 weeks. Not yet, but I have plans. $10,000 in inventory, but I haven't made my first sale yet. It takes 5 minutes to ship from China. Another person says they're making $5,000 a month. Okay. $500 to start. So Amazon, yes, I will not deny, you know, people have become millionaires and still are becoming millionaires off of Amazon, but it's hard. And you know, I don't like to do things that are hard. I like to do things that are easy. I like to do things where you just kind of like show up and follow the directions and you're making money that day. I don't want to have to wait months to go make my money. I don't want to have to go spend $5,000 in inventory to make my money. And that's just my style. Okay, and that's just my style and what I'm comfortable with. Okay. Now, in terms of distribution, there's you know, there's also something called Shopify. Now, some people here said they had a Shopify store. Now, a lot of complaints that a lot of people will have with Shopify is it's really hard to get set up, and it's really hard to get going. And the problem is a lot of people are out there trying to convince you is like, just get a Shopify store and use my plugin, and if you just get a Shopify store and use my plugin, you're going to make money. But then the reality is you go in there and you get a Shopify store, and it's really hard. Who here has tried Shopify? And let me know where you are in the process, just so we can kind of get a general idea of where you are. You know, are you making money? Are you still trying to get set up? You know, how long for people that have Shopify, how long did it take you from, you know, deciding you're doing Shopify into making your first sale? Well, that's kind of a really better way to go ahead and ask it. You know, how many? Just kind of go ahead and type into the box. How long has it taken you from, you know, deciding that you wanted to do Shopify? Okay, 1 month for your first sale. Okay, that's cool. Another person just still deciding too many variables. That's the problem with Shopify. There's just so much to do. 2 weeks. Okay. Another person saying that you know, they've been doing this for 8 weeks and they still haven't done it. Somebody said they've been in Shopify for 2 months and no money yet. Another person said they're in the process of setting up. Yeah, so Shopify, I mean, it's great. I mean, it does the job, but there's just so many different ways to go ahead and do it, and so many variables that people just get lost in the crowd, and they're just like, and Shopify does a job. Sure, if you have a product that's, you know, converting really well, you can put it on there and it'll sell, but it's not a magic button either. Okay, but I found a magic button, and that's why we're here on the call today, and they're called single product funnels. Okay, single product funnels are awesome. They're really, really awesome for the reason that they're easy to deploy, meaning 20 minutes I can go and have a new product up and test it. Okay, so we're going to do a little kind of question quiz here for you guys. Okay, now we've talked a lot about e-commerce, and I want you to go ahead and type your answer into the box here. Which one of these is the most important factor in making money when you're doing e-commerce? There's product, there's platform, and there's traffic. Product being, you know, it's like my spatula. Platform being, you know, Amazon, Shopify, or funnels, and traffic being like, you know, Facebook or Amazon ads or whatever. Okay, go ahead and type your question into the box. Come on, we need more. Go ahead and more people. Wake up here, guys. You know, we kind of see where we're saying. Okay, we're seeing a lot of traffic and a lot of platform. Just a few people saying product. Okay, So let me go ahead and put it another way. If we had to have one of these that's bad, what is tolerable? Oh, one person got it, Stonell got it. Oh, okay. Is it more tolerable to have a bad platform, a bad traffic, or a bad product? Okay. And one person did go ahead and get it. You actually need all three. If you're missing if you have a bad product, a bad platform, or bad traffic, you're just generally not going to succeed. Okay, but each one of these, product, platform, and traffic, they're going to be all a little bit different and kind of have different reasons. Okay, there are three legs to the stool. Thank you, Sarah. So one of these is going to be a wild card, meaning we just don't know. Like we literally don't know whether this is going to be successful or not when we start. It's just like we're going to show up. It may work. It may not work. Another one of them can be systematically solved, meaning that we show up, we follow the system, and it's just solved, done, and done. And one of these is the edge between success and failure. One of these is going to be the reason that some people succeed and some people don't, okay? So traffic is systematically solved. You follow the system, you get it. Some people say traffic is hard, traffic is some mystery box, traffic is, something like that. I'm like, no, traffic's solved. And I'm going to show you, I have something called the major wave traffic system, which is just solve traffic. It's no problem. It's something we don't have to think about anymore. It's just, put something in one side, you get something out the other side. It's a working machine, okay? Product. Product may be good or not. Not everybody always picks winners. And because of this, we need a platform for rapid deployment. And I'm going to tell you kind of like, an embarrassing little secret of mine on the next slide, okay? Platform. Most are good. Shopify is great, Amazon's great. But I'm going to be showing you a case study in just a moment why using RDSPF, Rapid Deployment Single Product Funnels, it can increase your take-home money by obscene amounts, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you the reality of, at least, my reality of the industry. Maybe this is different for other people. I can't, tell you what your experience is. I can tell you what, as an e-commerce professional, what my experience is, and this is my embarrassing secret. Only 1 in 5 of the products that I put out there makes me money. Remember I talked about print on demand? I had like 2 out of 50. Okay. When I'm doing e-commerce, I have 1 in 5 winners. And I'm a professional. For those of you that have done e-commerce before and you haven't made money, you haven't got the results that you wanted, maybe it's starting to make a little sense why. And the reason is from my research, only 1 in 5 of my products wins, and I just don't know which ones are going to win and which ones are not. So for me, running a multi-million-dollar e-commerce business, it comes down to rapid deployment and testing. I literally know if I put 5 products up, 4 of them are going to flop. So those of you that have tried e-commerce before and it hasn't gotten you the success that you wanted, the reason being it might just be a numbers game. Like you might have the same success rate as me, but I just keep going. But I'm able to keep going because I have a platform to rapidly deploy and test. If I was doing Amazon, everybody spends different amounts to get started on Amazon, but let's just say a good average starting point is $3,000 in 2 months to test one product. Shopify. It's a 3 to 4 week learning curve, and then you're basically stuck in one niche and you're having recurring costs. Rapid deployment single product funnels, it's $20 and 20 minutes to find a winner, and we'll know our results in 24 hours. Is it coming together now why this is so powerful? Because if I wanted to go ahead and find a winner on Amazon, that's $3,000 in 2 months. I'm not going to say it's going to be 1 in 5 with Amazon, but not every product is going to be a winner. So theoretically, that'd be like $15,000 to just find a winner, right? Shopify, it's the same. I mean, Shopify is ridiculous with the learning curve. So I know that if I just keep deploying products, that I'm going to find winners, and those winners will go and pay for my losers many, many, many times over, okay? So to prove my point, I'm going to go ahead and show you a little experiment I did, and I normally don't swear, but I'm kind of using this word here to show some emphasis. I had what was called a shitty product, and I'm going to describe my definition of a shitty product, and I want you to go ahead and think if you've ever had one, okay? and you can tell me about it if you like. My definition of a shitty product is, I went ahead and, I spent a lot of work getting this product set up. I did my niche research. I put it out there. Maybe I ran paid traffic to it. I spent a lot of time getting this product up, and, I put a lot of energy into it. And then when I put the product up, what ends up happening is, I make sales. I'm getting revenue. But what ends up happening is maybe the revenue that I'm getting just kind of equals my ad cost, or maybe the revenue that I'm getting, maybe I'm making a little bit more money than my ad cost. Maybe I'm spending $100 on ads and I'm getting $115 in revenue, and that just covers my fulfillment costs. Maybe I'm making 8% profit or something. Basically, what I like to define a shitty product is if everything was going good, like I was making money with other stuff, it's probably a product I would just dump. But because I don't have anything else that is going on and going good, I kind of keep the product going and I keep traffic going to it with the hopes that maybe this product will wake up, maybe this product will break through because it's really all I have going. Has anybody here had a product like that before, or know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you guys are like, yeah, that's the story of my e-commerce career. And I've had winners and I've had junky products like this too. And you can't always have winners all the time. Sarah said it's the slow bleed. Okay, it's a slow bleed. Okay. And some people have said they've even done that with affiliate marketing, where it's just like they're like they spent all this money and they're not really making money, but they're getting revenue. And if you've never made money on the internet before and you're looking, you're getting revenue, sometimes that really gets you excited. You're like, oh wow, I'm getting revenue, and by getting revenue, it's pretty exciting. Okay. So I had one of these products and it was on my Shopify store, and I did a little bit of a test. I'm going to show you the results of the test that I did. Okay. So on my Shopify, I went into a split test, meaning I took the same ad, the same traffic, the same clicks, and I just split test them out. So on my Shopify store, I sent 8,080 raw clicks, which came out to 7,220 unique clicks. Out of those, I got 150 orders, $4,030.67, okay? This turned out to a 1.52% conversion ratio. For those of you who have done Shopify before, how is a 1.52% conversion ratio? Let me go ahead and ask. Somebody's like, oh yeah, that's not great. Okay. Another person's like, well, it's okay. Oh, and somebody's like, ouch, bad. I mean, it's why I call it a shitty product. It's something it's selling. I mean, obviously, you could see the numbers there, but is it making me money? No. Not really. It's like maybe breaking even, but really I don't even want to look. I don't even really want to do the numbers. I just want it to go away. But okay. So that was my results with Shopify and such. And I thought I had a bad product. But then what I did was I took the same product and I put it on a rapid deployment single product funnel. And when I went ahead and put it on a rapid deployment single product funnel, what ended up happening? What ended up happening is, well, I'll just show you what happened, okay? 7,690 raw clicks. It came out to around 7,000 unique clicks. 312 purchases. Okay, the other one we had like 150 purchases. We had over twice the amount of purchases on the same product. 4% conversion rate. Boom. Then we had an upsell. Okay. Out of the 312 people that went and purchased the front end, we had 109 people that went ahead and purchased the upsell. And that is, why that's one of the three reasons why rapid deployment single product funnels do so well and make so much money, is because of this. Okay. 312 front-end sales, $7,784.40 collected. 109 upsells, $2,174.55 collected. Total collected on the rapid deployment single product funnel, $9,958.95. Let's compare the results. Shopify, 7,220 clicks, $4,030.67 in revenue, 55 cents earnings per click. It's a typical shitty product. It's, you know, it's just typical. Like, you know, we're just like 55 cents earnings per click, meh. Okay, Mage funnels, rapid deployment single product funnels, $7,690, or no, I'm sorry, 7,690 clicks, $9,958.98 in revenue, $1.29 earnings per click. And that right there, the difference between 55 cents earnings per click and $1.29 earnings per click, that's my profit. That's the difference between having a winner and scaling and buying a new car and just going ahead and shaking your head and you're saying, you know, this Shopify doesn't work. And that's why, you know, and that's why we do so well, is because of that. And there's 3 distinct reasons why rapid deployment single product funnels work so much better than other sorts of e-commerce endeavors. And I'm going to be showing you those in just a second. But what's cool about Mage funnels is, what's really, really cool about Mage funnels is the fact that your income is determined by how many of them you put up. It's a scalable thing. It's just like, I have funnels that are like, I call them, you know, I go and rate my funnels, you know, within my internal metrics by how much profit they make me a day. So I have like, you know, a $200 a day funnel, a $250 a day funnel, I have a $600 a day funnel, and then I'm like, oh, I'm not making enough money, you know, like let's go put up a new funnel. It's like, boom, okay, there's a $500 a day funnel. And, you know, your success and your income is really determined by how many funnels you go ahead and put up, okay? So there's a lot of pros and cons to these different business models, and we're going to go over them right now very quickly, and then I'm going to show you an example of what a funnel looks like. Amazon pros, you know, obviously it's, you know, it's very lucrative and it's very scalable. Cons, you know, it's a lot of work to get started. It's a long ramp. It's a big learning curve, okay? And it can take a long time to get results, obviously, okay? Shopify, it's, you know, obviously lucrative and it's scalable. We know a lot of people that are, spelled scalable wrong. We know a lot of people that are, you know, doing very well on Shopify and have a successful Shopify store, but it's it's a lot of work to get started, and as we showed, it just doesn't convert that well. I mean, if you have a product that, you know, is a home run product, you know, you could go ahead and, you know, photocopy a poster and staple it to a telephone pole and sell it, okay? But, you know, if you're going and have something that, you know, you're not necessarily sure about, then, you know, Shopify, it's okay. Now, rapid deployment single product funnels, guys, this is where mine gets blown, okay? They're lucrative, they're scalable, just like Amazon and Shopify. They're fast to get results, like literally $20 in 20 minutes. They're not technical, meaning you don't have to go and figure out a bunch of stuff like Shopify or Amazon. You literally copy and paste and then you're done. Now, there are some problems with going ahead and doing rapid deployment single product funnels. One is that they're very, very addictive. You know, remember we talked about, you know, having $200 a day funnels, $400 a day funnels, $800 a day funnels. Well, you realize just like, you know, you did a little bit of work and suddenly you have a funnel that's making you $350 a day. You're like, that was pretty cool. I want another one. And then you're just going to be you're just going to be addicted. You're going to be sitting there over and over and over again putting up funnels. And what ends up happening is you're just going to be at your computer all night because you're like, oh, okay, you know, you'll stay up late one night and it's like, hey, look, honey, I just made a $200 a day funnel, and that $200 a day is just, you know, perpetual passive income. What is that, like $6,000 a month? And you just keep putting these up over and over and over again. Another problem you're going to have when you do single product funnels is something I like to call commission page refresh syndrome. Now, commission page refresh syndrome is where, like, you know, you're making money and you have your notifications on your phone where you're just looking at it all the time. You're like, oh wow, okay, made some money, and you're just obsessed with your phone, how much money you're making. You wake up in your morning, you just check how much money you've made. Now, my friends and I who you know, they do rapid deployment single product funnels as well. We have a little game that we play. This little game is pretty cool, okay? What we do is, you know, we'll go out to dinner together, and at the beginning of dinner, we'll go check how much money we've made on our funnels, and then we put our phones down. You know, nobody's allowed to look at their phone during dinner, okay? And then at the end of dinner, whoever's made the most money by the end of dinner has to go ahead and pay for dinner. Okay, so that's a fun game we like to play. Another problem with rapid deployment single product funnels is after you're starting them, what's going to happen is you are going to go ahead and be in a new tax bracket. Okay, now depending on the country you live in, your situation, that could be anywhere from up to the 40%, up to the 70% at some countries in Europe. But these are good problems to have. These are the types of problems where if you're suddenly making $3 million a year, what you do is you spend a little money on a good tax accountant, and they let's say, oh, go invest in real estate or something like that. Okay, so Mage Omega. This is the name of the game. We're doing something called single product funnels. We use time-tested funnels to sell a single product plus an upsell. We copy and paste in the product. Within one day, you can go from concept to knowing if you have a winner. Upsell doubles the profit. Okay. We look for the winners, and then we go ahead and scale it to FBA or Shopify, okay? The way it works is Mage Funnels uses an e-com shopping cart. This handles payment processing, funnel hosting, and order management. We add a product to Mage Funnels, and it does most of the things for us. We run targeted niche ads to get traffic to the product. When a customer orders, we do something called drop shipping. So they'll say, okay, we're selling some earrings, here's $20. We go to our drop shipper and order these earrings, usually for around $3 including shipping. The $17 profit is ours to keep. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you an example of what an actual funnel looks like. Would you guys like to see that? Is that something you'd like me to go ahead and show as an example? I can actually walk you through all steps on the funnel. Is that something? Yeah. Yeah, you guys want to see that? Yeah? Cool. Okay, Paul said it got quiet. What happened? Yes. I was waiting for you guys to go ahead. I was waiting for you guys to go ahead and wake up. Okay? Now, good. Now we're all here. Thank you. So what we're looking at right now is step one in a funnel. Now, I will tell you, this step one is shared whether you're going this step one is going to be similar whether you're doing a funnel or you're doing other things. So let me go ahead and ask you, have you guys went and seen something like this before when you're browsing through your Facebook? It doesn't necessarily have to be a Buddha necklace. It can be a lot of things. But the concept is going to be very similar. It'd be like, blah, 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 blah. This is so exciting. 50% off. Get yours free today. Love it. Like it. Share it. Like those sort of things. And you look down and it has, 200,000 shares and 3.1 thousand comments and 200,000 likes, okay? So this is kind of the starting point. And remember when we did our little split test experiment, this is the type of ad that I used, and I just split tested out the clicks. So I had an ad like this, and I sent half of them to my Shopify store, and I went ahead and sent half of them to my funnel, okay? So after this, we go to our funnel page. And this is, remember earlier we went and talked about why funnels convert so much better and why funnels make so much more money than all different types of e-commerce. And there's three specific reasons, okay? So if you have a product up on Shopify, you have a product up on Amazon, there's a lot of options that people can take. They can go and, well, if they go to your Amazon listing, obviously they have like 8 million different things to go and click on, a lot of which are your competitors' products. If they go to your Shopify store, they can go ahead and browse around. And I know some people are saying like yeah, on Shopify they can browse around and buy other things on your store, which personally I think is BS, because I have millions of dollars in data. They don't browse around and buy other things on your store. They either buy the product they went to or they leave, and that's just percentages, okay? So there's a lot of options when they hit their Shopify store. But I'm going to be showing you the 3 reasons why funnels make so much more money and why you should be using them. Reason number 1 is on this page there's only 2 options. What are the 2 options that people are going to get when they hit this page? Only 2 things they're able to do. What are those 2 things? Yeah, Paul's got it. Lynn's got it. Yep. You guys are all getting it. You could basically buy or leave. Okay. Now, or a better way to put it is you can either click claim deal, or you have to figure out how to leave the page. We're not like having them a button that says like click here to leave the page. They have to like take proactive action to go use the back button to leave the page. So we've put, I mean, you have to visualize what is a funnel. A funnel is, you know, like it's a thing you pour water in. We're limiting their options and we're focusing their attention, and that's why it goes and works so well and why it converts so well, okay? Now, on the next page, you know, we get right down to business. We don't go and monkey around. You know, statistics show that guys that ask girls out on dates get more dates than guys that don't ask girls out on dates. Okay, we are we are getting right to the point. We're asking for the sale. They already went to this page right here, and I'll show you how you can actually get a copy of this funnel in a few minutes at the end of the there. Okay. On this page, we get right to the point, and we found this converts best. You know, first name, last name, address, credit card number. Now, there's a little thing at the bottom of this page. It kind of got cut off in the screenshot right now, but you can kind of go see it right there at the bottom of the. You can go and see it right there at the bottom of the page. It's pretty interesting. It's an order doubler. Now, you know, somebody is on this page. We're saying, okay, you want to order a Buddha necklace? They're like, yeah. But then they come down here, and this says double my order. And all they have to do is check that box, and instantly we'll send them 2 instead of 1. What percentage of people do you think go ahead and take this? What percentage of people do you think go ahead and take this? This is not an upsell, by the way, guys. I'm going to be showing you the upsell in just a few minutes, okay? It's at around 35%. Yeah, it's around 35%. And what that is that's free money. That's literally free money. And when I figured this out, my mind was blown because I was going in and selling stuff on my funnels, right? And we went ahead and figured out a way where all I had to do, and I have a template for this, which I go ahead and give my clients, where all they have to do is simply put this in and say, do you want to buy one more? I mean, we don't do anything. We're like, do you want to buy one more? And 35% of the people buy one more. That's like free money, guys. And if I didn't ask this, then they wouldn't buy it. Okay, so that's reason number 2 why we make so much more money with funnels. Then when we go ahead and go to the next page, what's going to be the next page after this page once they go ahead and click, you know, the confirm your order button? What page are they going to go hit next? Yep. Oh, some people are saying the thank you page. Nope, not the thank you page. Nope. Leaving money on the page, leaving money on the table. You got it. Guess what? You just went ahead and bought a Buddha necklace. What goes perfectly with your Buddha necklace? A chakra healing bracelet, right? And what's really, really cool about Mage Omega and rapid deployment single product funnels is we have integrated one-click upsells, meaning you come in and we already have your credit card information. You already put it on the previous page. On this page, we make it easy. You have 2 choices. Yes, upgrade my order. No thanks, don't upgrade my order. But we make it really, really easy. What percentage of people you think take this upsell? What do you guys think? It's around like 40%. It's around 40%. And then it's automatically added to the order and fulfilled. So, and you know, some people will say, for some people that do Shopify, and they'll be like, yeah, you know, like I have this special upsell app, and you can add it to your Shopify store, and it really, really works. No, it doesn't work. Anybody who tells you that upsells work on Shopify, it's just the system, it's just not set up for it. You can technically do it, but they don't really convert. This converts, okay? And this converts really, really well. So I've just shown you 3 reasons why we make 2.5 times as much money on funnels as we do from regular e-commerce. Is because, you know, first of all, they either can buy or GTFO, they can buy or leave. The second thing is the order doubler. We just got 35% more, okay? And then we have another 45% on the bracelet. And this is even to mention multi-unit offering, which we'll be talking about in a few minutes. Then we go ahead and, you know, like let's just say we just sold 1 Buddha necklace. We collected $25, okay? Then what we do to fulfill it is we go to our dropshipping website. This is where I went ahead and found the Buddha necklace on the dropshipping website. I can see here I can get it for $4, and it costs $1.49 shipping, so that's $5.50. But I just sold it for $25, so that's like $19.50 profit. So when I go ahead and talk about like a $400 a day funnel, that'd be like I only have to sell 20 of these, and I just made $400 profit. So I hope it's all coming together, how we make these. So when you're going ahead and planning, it's like, I want to make, if you say like I want to make $600 a day. Well, what you have to do is you have to go ahead and figure out what your profit margin is. So for example, in this Buddha, we're going and making $20 per unit. And then you're like, oh, so I just have to sell 30 Buddha pendants a day. It's easy. I mean, it's just easy stuff. And some people are saying, well, how do I get drop shippers, or how do I do that? I teach you all that. I teach you all that, and I go ahead and teach my clients all that. And we go ahead and completely, what I usually recommend that my clients do is I recommend them the first couple times they do drop shipping that they come and do it manually just so they can understand the process. And after that, I give them a system so that they can go and completely automate everything. And that's generally the way that we go ahead and do things, is full automation. Because obviously you don't want to be sitting here placing orders on the dropshipping website all day long, okay? I just wanted to give you a couple examples of other types of products that have worked really, really well with funnels to show you it's not just like, Buddha bracelets or whatever, okay? Over here on the left, you can see we have, these really nice sea turtle bracelets. We'll go ahead and target those to people that like sea turtles and such, okay? Over here on the right, this is like a slingshot. We would target this, outdoor hunters and enthusiasts and survivalists, okay? This one down here, this is a bear sleeping bag. Now this thing has done incredible. 357,000 shares, 162,000 likes. And it's a sleeping bag that's shaped like a bear. And these are the types of products that do really, really well on funnels. It's the type of stuff where you see it and you're like, wow, I want to go ahead and share that with my friends. Molly, go ahead and check this out. And when we get products like this, what ends up happening is we use a viral system called Mage Viral that will completely go ahead and blow it up and be able to get you massive amounts of shares like this, okay? So on a funnel, there's numerous components. There's, page 1, you match the ad, page 2, the checkout, page 3, the upsell, page 4, the confirmation. Now, when we go ahead and do rapid deployment single product funnels, there's 4 different types of funnels that we actually go ahead and use. I'm just going to go over them very, very briefly right now because depending on the situation, we use different types of funnels. The first one is called multi-unit straight stack. This is a type of funnel that I use when I have a product that works really, really well with multiple variations. So if I have something like a credit card survival knife or a flashlight or a neato gadget that some guy would see, you'd be like, oh, I want 5 of those. We have a very special funnel that we use to go ahead and persuade people to go buy multiple units. And usually what happens is instead of ordering 1, on average people order about 3 of them all at once. And it has to do with how we set up our pricing matrix. And I go ahead and teach all my clients how to set up a proper pricing matrix. The second type of funnel we use is called Mage Viral or Viral Giveaway. Mage Viral is very powerful because people go ahead and use it to get results like this. 357,000 shares, which basically means free traffic and free clicks, okay? Now I will go ahead and warn you that Mage Viral or Viral Giveaway is what I like to call an advanced funnel. So I never recommend new students to go ahead and start with it, okay? I recommend new students start with something else and then move to that as their second funnel, okay? The third type of funnel is called free plus shipping. Now, I don't recommend free plus shipping as an end-all or a business model. I recommend it as a way to get started and get some momentum and get some good cash. The way that free plus shipping works is you'll go ahead and offer something and be like, here's a slingshot, I'm going to give it to you for free. Just pay $5.95 shipping. And your cost on that slingshot is $1 and you charge $6 shipping, and so you pocket $5 and then you go ahead and make money on the upsell. Okay? Now that's a very, very good business model, and we have people that have scaled to $10,000, $20,000, even $100,000. People don't become millionaires or find long-term winnings on free plus shipping, but it's a great place to get started and make some quick cash if you need to. I always like to give my clients a path to doing quick cash if they need. The fourth type of funnel is really powerful. It's called Funded Today. Okay. Now, Funded Today, what we did is, and when this came out, when the iPhone 7 came out, we went and made a killing by going and selling the headphone jack and charging adapter. What Funded Today is we found a way to go ahead and double conversions simply by going and changing some of the wording. So instead of saying, hey, do you want to buy this iPhone cable, we say, hey, do you want to fund this iPhone cable? And by going ahead and doing it like that, we totally were able to go ahead and flip the script. And some people were asking about, do you use list building with this? Well, yes, we actually are able to use this with list building, and I think Dan's going to be talking about something very interesting and very related very, very shortly regarding that as well. Okay? When we go ahead and do our ad targeting, we go ahead and do something called the gold standard, meaning we're doing interrupt versus intent marketing. Okay? So intent marketing means somebody's like, I need a spatula. They go to Amazon and they search for a spatula. Or it's like, I have back pain. What do I do? They go to Google and they go ahead and search for back pain. Now, intent marketing is very, very powerful, but I will tell you that, there's a lot of competition for it, okay? Interrupt marketing is much more interesting because there's no competition for it, okay? But you have to use a proven system, okay? This is a very, very proven system. So interrupt marketing means like, I know that you like sea turtles. I'm able to target you with MageWave that you like sea turtles. And you're on Facebook arguing about politics with your uncle, and your uncle thinks this and you think that, and you and your uncle are having a heated argument, and neither of you wants to go to the family dinner, and instead of going ahead and ruining your family, you're browsing along, you're like, oh look, a sea turtle bracelet. So you go ahead and click on our ad and you leave Facebook and you stop arguing with your uncle, thank God, and you go and buy our sea turtle bracelet. We go and make $20 and we saved your family. That's called interrupt marketing. And interrupt marketing relies on going ahead and doing interest targeting like we do with MageWave, and really, really grinding in there and doing it well. Okay, so I'm going to give you a brief overview of how we go ahead and make money again using this. And I am seeing some questions right now about specifics, but I will I'll address the specific questions at the end. Oh, Sarah said, I'm making families great again. Yeah, I believe like it doesn't matter, what you believe, like keep politics off Facebook. Facebook should be for families, not for arguing. Okay. But back to what Facebook should be for us making money. Okay, that's what it's there for. And when I look at Facebook, I'm like, how am I going to make money? Okay, so this is how we go ahead and make money. We pick a product, we pick an upsell, we pick a funnel type, we run some ads, we take some orders. We use $20 to test a product. This is our only risk per product. Okay, so I will tell you when you do rapid deployment single product funnels, and I'm going to be showing you how to get started in just a few minutes. We do have to go ahead and commit $20 to a product. This is our only risk per product. After $20 in ad spend, we usually know if we have a winner, a loser, or quote-unquote, keep going for now. Typically, 1 in 5 of our products are going to be winners, so we need to go ahead and approach it systematically. Winners will pay for losers many times over. Okay? So based on everything that you've seen, you can theoretically go out there and do this alone. I've given you all of the information you need to actually go out there and be master of your mat and such. But keep in mind before you run off and do it on your own, this has went and taken us 1,345 man-hours to go ahead and build out and get and refine to where it is today. This system has been battle tested with $3.4 million in ad spend and literally hundreds of split tests to find the right optimizations, including little things to move the needle. Okay? You can go ahead and you can also go out there and experiment and hunt and pet with products. And I will tell you that even me, I'm a professional with a very proven system. Still, I'm only winning on my products 1 in 5 times. Now, if you go out there and you don't have the system, I can't guarantee whether you're going to know how to go ahead and do that. So we've put in a lot of work into making this work and making this really, really work for you and simplifying it down to where it's just a copy and paste system that you can do it. So in just a minute, I'm going to be putting a little link up on the screen. But let me go ahead, that's going to have you the opportunity to go ahead and become my client for me to go ahead and help you. But let me go ahead and describe to you what I'm going to be offering you. I'm going to be offering to do it all for you, okay? Done for you, copy and paste rapid deployment single product funnels. Meaning, oh, stop. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, is this going to be unique for everybody? Yes. Everybody's getting a unique setup, okay? You're going to be getting 4 products that I'm going to go ahead and research for you, okay? You're going to be getting 4 upsells that's going to go ahead and match those products. You're going to be getting 4 replicatable master funnels. So, after you have those 4 products, you're going to be able to go and put up as many products as you want on your own. You're going to be getting 4 targeting groups, and you're going to be getting 4 fulfillment solutions, meaning you are going to be getting absolutely everything done for you. You're going to show up, and my staff and myself will have researched products for you, and you're going to take these and you're basically going to copy and paste them and follow the directions with the ad targeting. We're going to select the product. We're going to tell you what image to use. We're going to go ahead and tell you how much to charge. We're going to be showing you how much profit you're going to make. And you're just going to implement and you're going to go, okay? And you're going to be getting master funnel number 1, which is retail multi-unit. Remember on retail multi-unit, we went ahead and talked about how this funnel is really, really good for products that sell in multiple quantities. So like little gadgets. A guy will see it was like, oh, I want 5 of those. Give me 5 of these tactical flashlights. I'm going to give one to my brother and my uncle and my son. Everybody needs one, okay? We're going to be giving you master funnel number 2, which is free plus shipping. Free plus shipping, again, it's not a great place to end, but it's a great place to start. You need a quick win. You need to make a quick 40 or 50 this month. Go ahead and get free plus shipping going, and you're going to go ahead and do well, okay? Master funnel number 3, Mage Viral. Remember we went ahead and talked about, getting massive amounts of viral free traffic. This is what we do after we find a winner and we scale it, and you're going to be getting master funnel number 4, which is funded today, okay? Now funded today is very, very powerful because we leverage the whole crowdfunding Kickstarter industry and make it happen. Now this is the most interesting part of everything, okay? Now I'm the type of guy who likes to under-promise and over-deliver, so I've already, we have what's called noob-proof training, and let me go ahead and put it this way. I'm almost 40 years old. I'm turning 40 years old this year. I gave this, so you can guess how old my mom is, even though I won't tell you her age. I went ahead and put this together. I went and sealed it up, and I gave it to my mom. I gave her logins to the members area, and I was like, Mom, see if you can go make money for this. Don't ask me any questions. A week later, my mom came back and she had a profitable funnel. Now keep in mind, my mom's, she's not like technical. She's, she knows how to check email and she knows how to do her house bills and her bookkeeping, but she was literally able to go ahead and follow the directions that I gave her and come back to me in a week and have a profitable funnel. And right now my mom is running a profitable funnels business following this exactly. So, I could go into detail about, what you're getting, getting these PDFs, you're getting these videos, but I can tell you that if my mom can do it, so can you, and that's pretty much the end of the story, okay? Now, there's some specific questions about, the 4 done-for-you products that you're going to be getting. I will tell you that the done-for-you products that I'm giving you are kind of a trick. They're a trick to get you in the door because I'm basically inviting you into my house. I'm cooking you a fish dinner, I'm feeding you, I'm giving you some easy winners, hopefully these, get you up to $300-400 a day or something like that. But more important to me than, getting you, that quick win, that $300 or $400 a day funnel is teaching you how to fish. I'm more interested in teaching you how to have a long-term scalable business model. Now at the beginning, Dan said this is a hack, and it is a hack, but it's working and it continues to work if you learn the system. So I will tell you, if you just take the done for you, the 4 products that I do for you, and you just leave those, and it's like, okay, I'm happy with $300 a day, well, that's all you're going to ever get. But there's a deeper step to what I'm offering you, and this is included when you go ahead and buy the done for you, is I'm teaching you how to do this yourself. So you're like, well, what if I want to do 20 funnels? Well, I'm giving you the resources and the training to go ahead and do that. And when you join, I'm going to be giving you fast action bonus number 1, which is a Mage Wave traffic system. Remember earlier we went and talked about how we just solved traffic. Well, with Mage Wave, it's just solved. bum, bum, done, done, okay? I'm going to give you fast action bonus number 2, which is the shoulder series. I have private consulting clients who I get on the phone with, and I go ahead and work through their business with them. Now this is kind of an in the pits war room things where we've recorded them. So there is a little bit of cursing and swearing and arguing back and forth. So in addition to the regular training, we kind of have some, like deep down in the pits, deep down in the arena type stuff where you can look over my shoulder and see what really works. I'm giving you the A to Z training, I'm giving you the fish, and I am teaching you how to fish, okay? Now I'm going to give you some examples here. We also have a Facebook group. When you join, I'm going to add you to our private Facebook community. This is how you know that what we have is good and working, because if this wasn't awesome, we wouldn't have a Facebook group, because then everybody would be able to get together and like say, hey, this isn't working. But we have a tradition in our Facebook group where somebody goes ahead and joins and gets their first sale, they go ahead and post it, and they're like, woohoo, I got my first sale. And people are doing that all the time. So here are some examples of people who have recently posted about their first sale. Sherry's like, day 1 of running ads, and I got my first sale, and they ordered 3 of them. And then she goes and asks questions, and we help her optimize. Johannes is like, he's celebrating his first sale. Down here, Tony was so excited. Then, after a little bit of time, we have people, they're like, okay, this guy, he's pretty interesting because he already had a Shopify store that he was doing really, really well with. And he came over and he moved all of his products over from Shopify to Major Mega. And he posted this just right away, and I have to go and follow up with him to see how well he's doing. But right now, total profit, $2,000. Right here, this lady was really, really interesting because she didn't have any experience. She literally did not have any e-commerce experience whatsoever, and she just showed up. She never asked any questions. She didn't even tell us about her first sale. And then like one day she just goes ahead and posts. She's like, oh, I have a little over $3,000 in revenue and a little more than half of that is profit. And she's like, well, how do I do this? And I think she's like up to like really good right now. This was a couple of weeks ago, and she's doing absolutely incredible, and she hasn't even told me what her product is. Like, I think it was one of the done-for-yous that I gave her, but she's just like totally like blowing it away. Sometimes when people are doing really well, I just let them do well. I don't ask them too many questions or give them too much advice. I'm like, just keep doing what you're doing, girl. Like, if it's working for you, just keep doing it, okay? So we have students that are doing absolutely incredible and totally going ahead and blowing my mind. So this is working so well that there's actually a team of private investors who are interested. That these guys normally invest in like stock market and bonds and sure things. They've been looking at funnels and they're like, these things are really working. These might be a sure thing. And we're like, well, yeah. And they're looking at this, they're doing the numbers, and they're looking to come hard and big on this. And if this is good enough for Wall Street investors, and it's good enough for my mom, it might be good enough for you, okay? So let me go ahead and ask you guys a question, because on the next slide I'm going to go ahead and give you a special link, and then afterwards I'm going to be answering your questions, okay? I'm going to be giving you a very special link. Let me go ahead and ask you a question. Based on, have we done a good job today? And based on everything that you've seen today, based on everything that you've seen on this call, if the stars are in alignment and you open up your page and your horoscope says, today's a good day to start a new venture, who here would be willing to, become part of the Major Mega community? Who here would be willing to go ahead and become my client and allow me to do your funnels for you? Who here would want to go ahead and who here would be willing to work with me? I mean, and let me go ahead and keep in mind, guys, have you keep in mind, this isn't just some thing where you pay some money and we send you the done for you and some PDFs and some videos and then you're done. No, this is an ongoing community. This is an ongoing experience. This is you're joining a tribe. This is you're becoming part of our group. You're getting access to all of our training. You're getting access to the done for you. Getting access to our support desk, and you're getting access to the Facebook community. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to do a few things. On the next page, I'm going to put a link up on the screen. And for those of you that's already decided that you want to join, I suggest that you join as soon as I put the link up on the screen. The reason being is I'm also going to be giving you a coupon code that has a limited amount of uses. So this coupon code will give you a gigantic discount if you use it, and then it's going to expire, and then it won't be good anymore. So if you are interested, when I put this link up on the screen right here, I want you to go ahead and go right there and put in the coupon code, okay? And I see a lot of extra questions coming in, like, refund policy, does this work outside the United States, blah, blah, blah. Yes, yes, and yes to everything. We're going to go ahead and answer these questions, but let me go ahead and put the link up first for the people that just want the discount. The people that are sold and want the discount, go ahead and do this while I answer questions, because this won't last for everybody. And I will tell you there's a refund policy. So if you're just worried, just go ahead and buy it and do it. So the link there is up on the screen, mageomega.com/Dan. And it's a coupon, we have a little coupon code, which is 99F157. And let me go ahead and type there. And I see a lot of questions coming into the question box about, do you have a refund policy? Yes, we have a refund policy. We'll go over that in a second. No problem. We got you covered. Can this be done from outside the United States? Yes, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go over all those questions in just one second. But Dan, was there something you wanted to go ahead and bring up? Because
absolutely. But before you finish there, maybe you guys can flip the screen over to me for just 1 second. Yeah. Go ahead and finish what you're going to say while they're doing that.
Dan, there you go. I'm going to make you the presenter. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and we'll go ahead and answer everybody's question in a second. But I just want to let you guys know that if you want to get the coupon code, get it right now. And as we're answering questions, because by the time we're done answering questions, the coupon code may be expired. Okay. There are a limited amount of uses there. So go ahead, Dan.
Okay. You guys have probably been on a number of my webinars, and in fact, I've never, ever given away a bonus. And had a chat with Greg right before we got on, and I said, this one deserves it. This one deserves something extra special. And so I happen to have something that I just created. I mean, it's literally so fresh that for those that I give it to, it might be like a couple of days before I actually send you the link to it, because I'm just putting the final touches on it right now. But what I've done is I put together a 30-day list building challenge. This is more than a course. This is literally something that every day for 30 days, when you open up your inbox, I deliver it to your inbox, you're going to have what you need to do for that day in order to begin the process of doing a whole bunch of really powerful things in order to build a list. And this dovetails so well with what Greg is talking about that I just said, it's incumbent upon me to, throw this out there. And I decided, what the heck, instead of trying to sell it, I'll just, throw it in as a bonus for people that go ahead and jump in for Greg's program. Because I think, tell me if I'm wrong, but is what Greg just shared with you incredible or what? I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking of, Greg's sitting there up in the mountains of Thailand in his flip-flops, and he's setting up funnels, and I'm going, gosh, how simple is it, I think this is really the cup of tea that a lot of you have probably been looking for. And this list building challenge just, again, it dovetails with it. So just real quick, let me show you what it is, because you'll get this absolutely free. Give me a few extra days after you buy. You're going to be jumping into Greg's program anyway and digging into that, but I'll deliver this very, very quickly. And let me show you what you're getting here. First of all, it's a really nice program, but every day for 30 days, you're going to get an email. This is an example of like the first one that comes, and it gives you, information and whatever. Some of it's there. Then you'll click the link and you'll head on over to a special member area at Vetted Webinars where it'll give you the training for that day. And you can see over in the right-hand column, look at all of the trainings. List building challenge to find your target audience, reevaluating your opt-in offer, getting testing and tracking all set up, building your list using Facebook, how to set up your opt-in pages, how to drive traffic, how to improve email delivery, and it just goes on and on and on and on. 30 lessons. So again, 100% free if you guys jump in, today, tonight. with Greg's programs. So so that's it. Greg, I'll pass it back over to you now. You can take the screen as well.
Muted there. Okay, thank you very much, Dan. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Can you hear me there? Okay, thank you. Greg Jacobs, organizer. Make the screen, show my screen. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to. Okay, so we have a lot of questions. We have a lot of questions happening, and I do see that a bunch of people went ahead and used that coupon code, and you're going to be getting the fast action bonus from Dan for the list building. Totally awesome and blowing my mind, because what Dan didn't mention is there's actually a way to go ahead and integrate list building in with Major Mega so that we can go ahead and do it there. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk about the refund policy as well, because Dan, you did mention something earlier. But I wanted to go ahead and give people a different link here, because some people were asking about a payment plan as well and some other payment options. If you do want a payment plan and other payment options, you go to majormega.com/Dan/go. Now I will tell you, this will give you two other options. Option one will be payment plan, and that's basically you're going to be able to split up the payment. And what's really cool is the coupon code will give you the full coupon amount off of the first payment. So if people that are very short on cash right now, what they can do is they can actually have that discounted first payment and get in there and follow the directions, quickly make some money, and then go ahead and use that money to pay off their future payments. Okay. There's also something called PayPal credit, and don't ask me why this is, but the way to get PayPal credit is you have to select, you have to be USA only, you have to select to checkout, and inside to checkout, select PayPal, and that basically, the terms are between you and PayPal, but I believe that they'll allow some people to go ahead and defer their payment for 6 months. Now I do recommend you get the full pay, and that only works with full pay. I do recommend you get the full pay because your out-of-pocket is going to be less than getting the payment plan. So if you can afford it to get it right now, go ahead and get that right now, and such. Okay. Now we did a lot of. We talked a lot about different sort of things, and some people were asking about what our refund policy is. And let me go ahead and pull up this page right now. If you go to the page majormega.com/Dan/go, you're going to get to this page right here, which gives you more information. And if you scroll down here, you're going to see what I like to call our refund philosophy. It's actually our refund policy, but we like to call it a philosophy. But what we feel is a lot of people in this industry, they have what's called shiny object syndrome, where they're going to the number one cause of people not succeeding with our system is people not going and taking action. Okay, and we don't like that. We want people to take action. We want them to be serious about it. So we do offer an unconditional 14-day refund policy, meaning within 14 days. If you just go through the training, you don't request it done for you, there's a lot of training, I'll show you the members area in a minute, you decide it's not for you, go ahead, you can get in our Facebook group, read everything, you decide it's not for you, go ahead and send us a message, we'll go ahead and send you your money back. If you do request the done for you, then we generally ask that you don't refund because it's a lot of work for us. It's a lot of work researching and doing these products for you, but if you don't, we're in this business. We're not in this business to collect your money. We're in this business to help you win, to help you succeed, and that's why we're here. Is I want you to be successful, because when you're successful, I'm more successful. Okay?
Now let me ask you this, Greg, and I'm going to twist Greg's arm a little bit here, because you guys know that all of the programs that we present at vetted webinars, I always guarantee there's a refund policy, and certainly Greg is offering that. But it's a little shorter than what I like, and I don't know if I can twist your arm hard enough to do what we normally do. Most of the presentations we have a 30-day guarantee, and I don't know. What do you say, Greg? Can you stretch it out a little bit?
Okay.
Hey, wait, before you even answer, okay, now look, I understand on the the do-it-for-you stuff. I mean, you're literally setting things up, and after you do all of that work and everything, you know, it just isn't right there. So what I'm talking about is, the part, where for the training program and all of that, giving people 30 days is normally what we do. So I'd like for you to consider that if you would.
Well, okay. I mean, I appreciate you, Dan. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody that's, taking the time out of their day or evening or morning, depending where they are in the world, to come on this call. And the reason why we have the 14-day refund policy is because we want people to commit, Dan. We want them. We don't want them going and saying, oh, and like, I'm not sure. And we just want people, because when people commit and they listen to us and they follow the directions, they succeed. The people that don't succeed are the ones that don't do anything.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing that's interesting, though. With my list,
I'm listening. I respect you.
All right. With the people that are on my list, okay, it's like it's better than the cream of the crop. And I have to say that I'm very proud of the people that do follow me. And most of the people, you're going to fall into two categories. Number one, hardly anybody ever refunds anyway. And especially, look, you got a great program, so I doubt anybody's going to refund. But some people, what it is they get in there, and they can't actually jump in and do anything right away because they're finishing up on another program or their work schedule or whatever, and so it's like 2 weeks passes by and they've hardly even looked at it, and they just needed a little bit more time. So it's not like they're not really committing. It's just they're trying to get themselves set all up to get going. The other people, it's like what can I say? They get in there and then they find out that, I'm going to say it, but they'll find out that their spouse is mad at them and just doesn't care at all, and they just want to get out of it. And I get these letters all the time to tell me about that. So I think that's why 30 days is justified. Here's what my bet is, Greg, if you'll do it. All right. My bet is that I bet out of everybody that signs up, and there's quite a lot already. I see them coming in already, but I bet there might be one person who's got some situation, and so really whether it's 15 days or 30 days with my list, I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Okay, well, okay, I'll do this, Dan, because I mean, I respect you and everything that you do, and you're actually one of the people in the industry that I look up to a lot. I never told you, I've been following you for years. If it helps kick somebody off the fence, I'll offer that 30-day policy within our terms of the done for you to everybody. Is there somebody here that if I went ahead and offered, and this would obviously apply for everybody then, is if there's one person in the room who's thinking about it, who's on the fence, that would say, okay, Greg, I'll buy right now. If you make that a 30-day refund policy, I'll do it. Is there somebody here in the question box that's going to raise their hand and go ahead and do that?
Okay, guys, I stood up for you. I'm fighting for you. Somebody step up and tell them you want the deal. I mean, come on. I can't believe I'm doing this live, but Greg, you got a good program. You really do. The only thing I don't like about your program is just the 15-day thing. Other than that, I mean, it's just absolutely home run, A to Z. I'm thinking about sharing it with my wife.
We just had 4 people that said me. Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys.
I'm putting it in writing. So it's going to be 30-day refund policy under our same terms. So basically it's going to be the done for you terms. If you request the done for you, then you can't refund. But if you don't request it done for you, you have 30 days. Okay.
Okay. You got that, guys? I just want to make sure you understand that if you request the done for you, that's a different thing because he's doing custom personalized work, and you can't get a refund on that. But for the rest of it, then he'll do that. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate it.
No. I mean, we're working. I'm in the business of like helping people succeed, and if you have a little bit more of an advanced list, and everybody on your list is more success oriented. Sometimes I go ahead and work with people who they're just like they're skittery and they're a shiny object, and I have to focus them. But I think you have a list of very, very accomplished, mature, successful marketers, and yeah, I respect that. They need the time. So
I appreciate it. And by the way, on the bonus, everybody gets the bonus. My bonus, the 30-day list challenge. I will reach out to you via email and send that to you. Greg will send over a list of everybody that joins probably next week sometime, and then I'll send that to you. So give me a good week, and then I'll send that to you.
Yeah, yeah, and I just went ahead and put my I went and put our support address up here. If you're excuse me. If you're actually, let me get a drink of water here. I've been talking for like an hour straight.
That's okay. Do that. And by the way, he's got his support address up there, which is important. support@mageomega.com. And if for any reason you need additional help beyond that, then you guys know you can always reach out to my support, which is at help911.com. help911.com. So there's somebody here that's going to help you one way or the other. But if you have questions directly about the program or whatever, send those directly over to the support at his support at Mage
Omega. People always ask me, what does mage mean? What is mage? So mage is like Harry Potter. It means like a person who uses magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then omega, it's kind of more in a mystical sense, the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end. So I'm like, this is our magical way to go ahead and find our end goal in life and in business. But what I wanted to do, Dan, and we can kind of answer the questions as they come in. I wanted to go ahead and take a minute to just kind of give you guys a sneak peek at our members area. Is that something you would like? Kind of know what you're getting once you get in on the inside?
Yep, giving yeses. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So right here is kind of, this is your starting point once you go ahead and get inside Mage Omega, and where you're going to go ahead and get started. And we get you in, here's like the technical chops, it's like we give you some philosophy videos where you're just like, why do we use funnels versus traditional e-commerce? There's high-level niche research, there's picking the perfect product, there's how to go ahead and clone and set up the Mage Omega funnel, and then there's the pricing matrix. Now all these things here, this is for when you want to go ahead and scale and run your business and take control of it. For the done for you, we do everything for you. With the done for you, we say that you need about 2 hours to get your base machine set up, and then it's just copy and paste. So I will tell you that if you just want to get in, you get started, you don't want to go through any training, and you can just get the done for you and copy and paste. And then when you actually want to learn what's going on, we have all the training here. Here's the done for you where you go request your funnels. We go through detailed training on each one of them. Here's the shoulder series where I work with my clients, the Mage Wave traffic system. We have a module in graduating and scaling when you want to, graduate from drop shipping into a long-term scalable business where it's no longer a loophole. It's more like, this is a business that I can build and scale and sell. And then, of course, we have our live Q&A webinars, okay? I also have a bonus in here that I didn't even tell you about, but I'm going to tell you about it right now. And the reason why I don't tell people about it so much is because it doesn't necessarily pass the mom test. As some of you might know, I am a crowdfunding consultant. I've been responsible for millions of dollars in business in the crowdfunding industry. This is within Kickstarter. And last year, I went ahead and released a course on how to do a crowdfunding campaign, and we sold it for $2,500. And this is something that I'm actually including. I scaled it down a bit. I took a few of the personal coaching out of it, but I've scaled it down, and I have over 25 hours. Mark that. 25 hours of training on how to go ahead and build and deploy a successful crowdfunding campaign. Now, I will tell you right now that this is advanced stuff. This is literally like, if somebody's starting out, they're trying to make money, I don't recommend they do crowdfunding. I don't even recommend they watch the crowdfunding dream bonus because it's going to confuse them. But if you're making $10,000, $20,000, you're making $100,000 and you want to scale that to $1 million, then you dig in and you go ahead and learn this, okay? We also obviously have our Facebook group here. Here's, I don't know, it's a wild place. People come there for tech support, they come there to post their first sale, they come there to talk to each other. Everything in our Facebook group is allowed except for one thing. Dan, what's the one thing that's not allowed in our Facebook group? Or you guys, what's the one thing that's not allowed in our Facebook group? You guys have any ideas? Negativity, ads, nope, those aren't allowed. Nah, cursing, usually not. Nope. Nope, advertising, nope. Politics, thank you. No politics allowed. Our Facebook group is a politics-free place. Okay, nobody needs any politics. We need to go ahead and make money together. So that's an example of our Facebook group, and there's a lot of things going there. I don't want to go ahead and go into it. Okay, so I want to go ahead and answer your questions right now the best that I can. Let me go ahead and give you a link right here. And for people that are asking, the coupon code is still working. Some people were going ahead and asking for, they wanted to know, they wanted a total cost breakdown, okay? And I think it's fair enough that you're going to have to know, what your costs are going to be when you go ahead and join. I think, Dan, that's a fair thing to go ahead and show everybody what their total out-of-pocket is, right?
That is question number one.
Yeah, because when somebody joins Amazon, they understand they have to buy inventory, and there's always going to be some costs. So, A, you're going to need a Major Mega license, right? Obviously. Okay. B, you're going to need a domain name, okay, and that's about $10. You do not need web hosting. Web hosting needed, okay. C, you're going to need a shopping cart, and this is going to be similar to Shopify. We use another one. The shopping cart is going to host your funnels, and it's also going to handle your payment processing as well, okay? And that will be a monthly subscription, but that monthly subscription, what ends up happening is just like web hosting, it just becomes a cost of doing business, and that's a third party. We're not affiliated with them. They're just a third party that we recommend because they work really, really well. Some people ask if they can use their own shopping cart rather than one we recommend, and the answer is yes, but we won't explicitly support either. So the one we have, we know it works really well, and we know how to support it. So if you want to do your own or you want to build it out on your own, you can, but you have to figure it out as well, okay? And then you're going to need $20, and we give you a link to join that shopping cart once you're on the inside. So $20 test per funnel, and then scale or dump, okay? And I hope that, and I will tell you right now that that $20 is a risk. You are going to have to put that $20 into the funnels, and it may work and may not work. Nobody knows for certain, but we do know that when you do go ahead and join and do that risk, then a lot of times it does work really, really, really well.
And wouldn't it be true that if it takes you 5 tests in order to find your winner, you'd be looking at about $100 to find a winner?
Yeah. And yeah. Essentially, and here, Paul had a great question. Do you need a domain for each funnel? No. The way that we teach it is you get a single, what we like to call generic domain, and you put your different funnels in different folders of that domain. When you find a big winner, you can consider getting your own domain, but winning at this game isn't just a matter of knowing the techniques. It's about gaining momentum and getting small wins and not getting overwhelmed. So if I told you to put up a different domain for every funnel, what's going to happen is that's a lot of work. And if I tell you to do a lot of work and you don't have immediate results, you're going to get disheartened, you're going to lose momentum, and I don't want that. So what I do is I simplify the steps, I get you small wins, and after you're winning, then we can grow and get things more complex, if that makes sense.
This is a great question too. Someone missed the first part of the webinar, but it's still a great question. Okay, I see all this and I'd like to do it. How long does it take realistically before I actually start making money if I do this?
Okay, I've had people that have purchased a license for Major Mega, and 45 days later they've made absolutely zero, and you know why? Because they haven't done anything.
Right.
Okay? And I've had people who have went ahead and purchased a license of Major Mega, and literally within 3 days have posted that they've gotten their first sale and they're making money.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's a fair enough answer.
So it's up to you. It's totally up to you, and it just depends whether you take action or not. I mean, you've spent almost an hour and a half listening to this webinar right now, and if you could spend an hour and a half listening to this, you can spend 2 hours getting stuff set up. I give you my training passes the mom test. Like it literally passes. Like my mom can do this. And that's like, and my mom's like, they're gonna figure out how old I am, like no, it's okay,
Let me ask a question. Some people are a little unclear when you say the Omega license. They're thinking maybe there's an extra fee for some
Oh, no, no, no.
license.
There's no upsells. No upsells at all.
Okay, so in other words, when he says Omega license, that's what you're buying tonight.
Yeah, that's what you're buying. I'll just say Major Omega, like,
Yeah.
inclusive. Okay, how's that? Inclusive. That's a better way to, it was a wrong wording. Yeah,
Yeah.
what's really cool about when you work with me is after you go ahead and join and get on the inside, there's no upsells actually. Like, you're in and then you're in. You are going to have these costs, which I will tell I tell you about up front. But in terms of, for me, like, once you're in, and we're working on this together. And that's the way I like to work. I like to work very straight and very transparently and be there to go ahead and help people. Okay.
Okay. Hey, I got a question. I got a question before you do. I got a question, and this is for my audience. Okay. How many funnels do you think you're going to have 6 months from now? Tell me. I'm looking. I want to see what you think you're going to do. Okay. I got a 50 here. I got a 25. I love you guys, okay? You're being realistic, but you're being healthy too. 25, 40, 30. I mean, okay, you guys do the math. Even if you made $100 a day on each funnel, is that going to be enough for you? I mean, come on. Is there a limit? Somebody says, is there a limit? My target is 5 funnels, 30 winners, 25 doable, okay? All right, I can't read them. They're coming in so fast, okay? Good, okay. This is great. Any other questions that you have, please post them. Even if you posted earlier, post it again. We may have missed it.
Do you want to read off the questions to me, Dan, and I answer them,
Yeah.
or should I? Is that the best way?
Both. Little okay. Both. If you see any, I'm reading through them here. Let's see. One person was a little confused about the PayPal credit in this sense. You do have to be in the United States to use PayPal credit. But you can buy this program and do this program anywhere. When he made the statement about U.S. only, that really just had to do with just if you're going to use PayPal.
Let me just delete that. Oh, okay, there you go. PayPal
yeah.
There. Easy. Promise.
I mean, probably nobody's going to use it anyway, but if you do use PayPal credit, that's only for people in the U.S. Other than that, you can buy this and run this anywhere. I mean, what the heck? Greg is in Thailand, and he's.
I'm in Thailand. I have. Okay, Dan. Can I tell you? I don't like to tell people this, but I guess it's a good story because I mean it's just okay. I had an outsourcer that worked for. Have you worked with outsourcers in the Philippines before, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I had this outsourcer named Marvin, right? And I found him on Upwork. I was paying him $5 an hour to help with my things, and 2 months ago, he was helping me do a lot of the setup. He was doing, a lot of the fulfillment for me. He said, excuse me, sir, can I have, a private conversation with you outside of work? I'm like, okay, sure. You've done great work, Marvin. I'll have a talk with you. He's like, I've seen what you're doing, sir, and, I don't want to, make $5 an hour for the rest of my life. I want to do something better. Is it okay if I start trying this myself? And I was like, F yeah. And I was like, yes. Please. And Marvin right now, I mean, he's not making $50,000 a month just because he's doing it his scale and his comfort. In January, he went and took home $9,000. And this is a guy in the Philippines who was making $5 an hour before. Mind totally blown. And it just amazes me that this could be the opportunity. I was able to go and create a program that could help somebody's family in a country like that, and he's the Philippines. It's not even Thailand. He doesn't have American citizenship. He's just some guy at a computer up in the jungle, and he's doing really, really well. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Can you review the pricing one more time?
Okay, so we have two. Okay, so if you want to see the full price, you need to go to this link right here. Let me just type it in the question box. It's majoromega.com/Dan/go, and then you want to use the coupon code 99F157. Okay. Okay. If you go to that /Dan/go, you're going to be getting two different pricing options. One is going to be the full pay, which is going to be a little bit of a discount, or You could do the payment plan, which you obviously get to break it up into payments, but it ends up being a little bit more after all is said and done. So those are going to be your two options, and if you use the coupon code on the payment plan, what's going to happen is you actually get that full discount off of the first payment. So that allows people that are short on funds to get in there and do really, really well, if that makes sense.
Got it. Terrific. By the way, just make note of this, Greg. Someone by the name of DJ had a little problem. It does go through PayPal, but it said check with the merchant. So he's going to send you an email. He just had a little problems with.
Okay, okay, DJ. If you are having, okay, this is pretty cool. If you're having payment processing issues with PayPal, go back to our page. Go to Dan/Dan/go and select to checkout. And usually what happens, and I don't know why, sometimes PayPal works, sometimes to checkout works. If one doesn't work, go back to that page and try the other one. If that goes ahead and makes sense.
Okay, great.
How long is the Mega license good for? Lifetime. We're not going anywhere. We're absolutely not going anywhere.
Okay, I'm reading questions here, so you have that. He asked a question about the Facebook community. As soon as you join, you'll get access to the Facebook community. So, no problem there.
Yeah. It's actually in the members area. We give you a private link. Please make sure that if you join the Facebook community, it's with the same name that you signed up for, so I can go ahead and check against the member records before I go ahead and do it. And if you don't, send us a support desk ticket with the name that you're signing up for. Okay?
Great. Okay.
Can we automate the system? That's a great question. Yeah. Yes, we can. What we do is when we start off, we actually do it in a three-stage approach. First, we fulfill manually. Second step is we go ahead and hire outsourcers who automate the process for us, and I show you how to hire them. Third stage is once we find a winner, we'll send it to a warehouse in the United States, in which it'll be completely automated fulfillment, if that makes sense.
Okay, somebody asked, is there a replay? The answer is yes, there will be a replay. We will be sending the link out maybe tonight, but definitely by morning. I want you guys to do me a favor. I ask this, most of the time, but if you know somebody that you think this would help, we're in the business of helping people. I mean, I make my money mostly doing other things than this, but I do enjoy. I mean, I have a background as a teacher, and I love teaching, and I love helping people learn how to do things online. So there is a replay. This is a very, very powerful, simple system. That's nothing's a sure bet, but this is as close to it as you can get. And if you know somebody that you feel this would help, please send the replay link to them. All right, I beg of you to do that. But there will be a replay. We will be sending that out to you. Someone also had a question. They wanted to know how much the shopping cart is going to cost them.
Okay, very, very simple is they have a 14-day free trial, so you can go ahead and try it there, and then it's $97 a month. Now, let me give you a big disclaimer, because whenever I say, it's $97 a month, people are like, oh my God, that's $1,200 a year, I can't afford that. But that's not the right mindset to approach things at, because what ends up happening is you get in there, you follow the directions, you make money, and then it's just a cost of doing business. And the other option is you're going to get in there, you're going to do nothing, and you're going to cancel it. Right? Those are the two things that are going to happen. It's either you're going to be making money or you're going to cancel it. So yeah, $97 a month, and they have a 14-day free trial, and we give you a special link to sign up with once you're on the inside.
Okay, very good. Okay, someone said they just logged in and they missed everything. You're right, you did. But we do have a replay, so just look for that. It'll be coming in your email.
Oh, it's $97 for the entire shopping cart, not per product. That's the extent of what you're doing. Somebody said, oh, so we have a testimonial already, Dan. Signed up. I've already started listening to videos and pumped to get it going. Anything else I need to know from this webinar? If not, I'm going to go get it to work right now. I'm glad.
Well, yeah, there's quite a few that have signed up, and I'm sure they're in there. But thank you so much for that testimonial. I think unless you see any other ones, now we always end up missing a question here or there. I just want you to know that when we end the webinar, that doesn't mean that we disappear off someplace. There is support, so he's given his support email address, and you can certainly shoot out any questions that we missed to that. If for some reason you have a question of my support, then again, help911.com, you can ask us. But product-specific questions or training or anything, send it over to Major Mega. And they'll address that. Some people have asked, how long is this offer going to go for? Well, if you sign up now, that includes all these special bonuses and all of that. But if you're listening to the replay, we'll send out through email how we'll handle some of the bonuses for that. But the offer will be extended until Monday, this coming Monday at midnight. And that's midnight Pacific. So you have up until then in order to make your decision, and then after that, it's gone, it's over. And again, I will remind you, we had a little live negotiation on the refund policy. Don't come into this program if you're anticipating not doing it. I mean, that's not a good idea. But if you do get in there and you find out it's not for you, then there is going to be a 30-day refund, and I want to thank Greg again, really thank Greg for extending that. It's not something that he normally does, and so I do appreciate that he's done that, but it does not apply to the Done For You program, because he's doing personalized custom work there, and the work will have been done, and you just can't back out of that. That's it. Any more final questions that have come in?
Yeah, I think we got them all. I think people are really happy. They're really excited to become part of the Major Mega community and be there. And again, guys, this isn't just you guys going ahead, buying some PDFs and some videos. It's about you joining the community and becoming part of the entire Major Mega experience and the entire Major Mega community, and know that we're with you. We're with you all the way. And And I want you to succeed, and I want you to win. I'm going to be there on the Q&A webinars. We're there on the support desk. We're there in the Facebook group. The community helps you. The community is smart. They're smarter than me. They come up with stuff I don't even know. And I'm like, wow, did you guys just come up with that? Like, I didn't even know that. They're like, yeah, great, go ahead and do this. I'm like, whoa, cool. It's like hundreds of minds is better than one mind, and we're all in this together.
Yeah, terrific. I got a little bit of a question here. And I'd like to ask for you to do it. Can you just literally in under 3 minutes just run through what the process is? In other words, how they actually make the money. They do this, they make, and just give this quick summary, because someone asked for that, and I thought it was a good idea.
I have, yeah. Let me go ahead and pull up. It was on a different slide actually. Here it is. How do I make money again? Because everybody wants to know. I mean, it's if you didn't watch the entire webinar, you came in late, you might have to go watch it again, but if you watched it, here's kind of a good recap. First, what we do is we go ahead and pick a product, so it'd be a product that we can go ahead and drop ship. We pick an upsell that matches that product. So, for example, if I was going to go ahead and have my main product be an outdoor flashlight, then my upsell would be a military hammock. It's basically, an upsell is something that the person, it's kind of in the same demographic as the front end, okay? Then what we do is we go ahead and pick one of the funnel types. So there's 4 different funnel types, and we show you which one of these 4 funnel types do. Then we run some ads. We'll go ahead and spend $20 to go ahead and test, and we might lose this $20. I'm just full disclaimer. And then we either scale or dump. So if we scale, we go and take our winnings and we keep reinvesting in that and making more money. Or we might say this product isn't working, let's go ahead and dump it and do another one. Then what we do is we go ahead and place our order on a drop shipping site, and the drop shipping site goes and ships it directly to the customer, and we never have to touch inventory. That's how I do it here from Thailand, is because I don't touch inventory. It just goes directly from the drop shipping site to them. I just tap on my computer and wearing my flip-flops and my shorts, and such. We use $20 to test a product, and this is our out-of-pocket. Maybe 1 in 5 products are going to be winners. 1 in 4 products is going to be winners. And the winners will pay for losers many times over, and we basically just scale it systematically and make a lot of money.
Got it. You know what I like is the fact that if you ask somebody to explain how you make money with the system and they can actually do it in less than 5 minutes, then you know it must be real. Some people hem-haw and everything, but you got it. Right there, that's how to do it. I want to remind you, all right, if you missed this or if you didn't understand, I too am adding a bonus, something I've never done before, to this deal. It is a 30-day list building challenge that I'm just putting the final touches on. I mean, it is 99.9% done, and I will deliver it next week after you've signed up and get into the program. And every single day you will get a very powerful tip or strategy on how to help you build a list, which dovetails directly with the Imago program that Greg's talking about. And so that is included. I was going to sell it, but I've decided that I'll just give it away to anybody that joins the program. So please take a look at this total package. It's an invaluable opportunity, and I'm just excited. I really appreciate that you've come on, Greg, because of all the webinars I've given, this one really seems to fit the bill, especially for a lot of the people I know that are on my list. So I'm done. I mean, I've enjoyed this. If you got questions, we've got our help desk. Why don't you pop the buy link back up and the coupon code so everybody can see that right here. And the web address again is mageomega.com/Dan/go. All right. And if you have any questions, support at mageomega.com.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a special 30-day refund policy. There is a special 30-day list build challenge program that I'm adding in as a personal bonus. What more can I say? What more can I say? I want to thank everyone for their time. I want to thank you, Greg, for your time and expertise. And again, we'll shoot out the replay either later tonight or in the morning. And please watch it again if you feel you missed any of it, and please share it with anyone that you think this could help. So that's it for today or this evening, and we will see you in our next vetted webinar.
Okay, thank you, Dan. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.